Howdy, hey y'all.
Hi there, howdy.
I'm Nerdz.
And I'm Devlin.
And this
is the CNG podcast.
Fly away now, fly away now, fly
Okay, so hi guys, we are back.
Yay!
With the third podcast for the Creative Now Gaming channel. And we have not talked to each other since the last video that we recorded, which is another game. It's a game that like a one-off game.
Yeah.
I can't speak. And I'm not going to say what it's called because I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know if that video has come out yet.
It probably will be, but we'll keep it a secret.
Yeah. It depends on if I get my act together and actually edit. But, yeah. So, how you been?
I've been good. I've missed you.
Aw, that's sweet. So I've got stories.
I'm aware.
And you've got stories.
I do.
So do you want to go first? Or would you rather me go first?
Well, it's actually a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you write MLD.
Yes.
What were probably your least moments writing MLD?
My least favorite moment?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Without being a bit spoilery, but like, what were your least favorite moments?
Well, I don't really have to worry about spoilers because the full book is out.
Yeah.
So are you asking writing the script or writing the story itself?
Writing the story itself.
Okay, well, I'd say probably writing the, like parodizing the songs because I did that.
Yeah.
I kind of regretted doing that for the book.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of broke it a little bit, in a sense.
Yes.
It, like, broke the immersion a little bit.
Okay.
So I think that was probably my least favorite part, because, like, I had done that at the initial thing, because for those of you who don't know, writing parodies is kind of my thing. So I had written that, like, in the previous parodies that I had written, that's what I had done. It was just what I always did. I always wrote the songs. So then I did that, but then by the end of MLD, I had kind of learned that when you write songs, it breaks the immersion of the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of regretted it, but since I had songs in the beginning and I was too lazy to go delete them, because it would have had to delete whole scenes. So that was probably my least favorite part.
Okay.
And I actually have a question for you. Do you notice anything different about my voice?
Better microphone?
Worse microphone, actually. I've downgraded.
You're on the snowball?
Yes. Normally I would have the Nessie with me, but I am not in my usual recording area, and I figured it would be, like, I had a microphone here, and I was like, well, you know, I guess it'd be easier to use my spare mic than to try and commute the other one back and forth.
Okay.
So I have a story. I have a plethora of stories, actually. But this one is the best one. I've been dying to tell you since this happened.
Okay.
So for those of you who didn't see the Instagram pictures and the tweets, I had to take my dog to the vet a couple weeks ago. My dog has inverted sneezes, and she'd been having, like, a really bad spell of them. Really, like, if you don't know what an inverted sneeze is, there will be a link in the description. I can't put it on screen, but there'll be a link in the description to, like, a Wikipedia page on basically what it is. But I'll try and explain it. It's like, kind of like they're sneezing, but it's more like a, kind of like a backward sneeze. Like, instead of, because, like, when you sneeze, you blow air out. With an inverted sneeze, it kind of sucks it in. It's very common with smaller dogs. Which my dog is a Chihuahua weenie dog mix. So She's pretty tiny. But anyway, she'd been having a bad spell of those, and then my mother called me, because again, I wasn't at home, and my mom called me, said that she was taking her to the vet because her neck was twitching, like she had like a lot of pain in her neck, and it almost looked like she was having a seizure. Her head was twitching so bad. But she was put on crate rest, and because like I live in not really a rural area, but like I live in a small town, and she stays away from the road pretty well, so usually when she goes outside, my mom will sit on the porch and watch her, but we don't usually put her on a leash. But they said she has to be kept on a leash, and she can't use stairs, was a big thing. Because they're thinking that the cause of the inverted sneezes might be arthritis. So, it was like 6 a.m. On a Saturday.
Yeah.
So it was painful enough. And I get up, and I'm really tired, and because my mom can't do stairs very well in the morning, so I have to carry her down the porch, and like I'm walking her, and I'm still in my pajamas because I've like just woken up, and then I hear something, and I'm like, oh great, the neighbors are like coming up the driveway, and they're gonna see me in my pajamas, and I go to like duck behind the car so they won't see me, and I just see this big animal coming up the driveway. And I freak out because our neighbors get dogs all the time. So I'm like, oh my god, they've got a Great Dane. And it was like running towards us. So I grabbed my dog because she thinks she's a Rottweiler.
Aww.
She will try and run them off, and it will not end well. So I go to pick her up, freak her out, like try to get to the house, and then I go to turn around, and then I hear it come on the road. I'm like, oh god, it's about to get to us. And then I realize, it doesn't sound like paws. And then I look up, and it's a baby cow.
What?
I don't live near a farm, okay? I live near, like, a giant river. I live near one of the major rivers in the state. And we live on, like, a little island peninsula in this river.
Yeah.
And the closest thing to a farm is, like, down the highway a ways. There's, like, a place that rehabilitates injured horses. But they don't have cows. And I just, like, look up at it. And I don't believe what I'm seeing. So I rub my eye, slap myself in the face, and it's still there, and now it's in my neighbor's yard. So I'm still holding my dog. I go inside the house, and my mom looks at me. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, Mom? There's a cow in the neighbor's yard. And my mom's like, there's a what? I said, there's a baby cow. So she doesn't believe me. So we go outside. And the cow was like gotten itself caught in like a corner of the neighbor's fence. And at this point, she's standing on her porch just as bewildered as we are. And then there's like a truck parked outside her yard. Like parked just outside the gate. And there's two guys trying, like there's one guy holding the gate open. The other guy is trying to catch the cow. And we're just kind of staring at it. I'm still holding my dog, who was now trying to get out of my arms to go chase the cow. And we go, you need any help? And they're like, no, we got it. So then they get the cow. And the cow was like, like just not happy to be being held. And then the guy carries it over. The other guy opens the door to the cab of the truck. The truck says Longhorn Shipping on the side, I should mention. And then they put the cow in the cab of the truck. The one guy gets in the passenger side, holds the cow. The other guy goes around to the driver's side, gets in, turns on the engine, and then they drive away. And I'm just like, what? Wait, what? And I'm like, I can tell the story, but the people who know where I live, they're not gonna believe me. And that's the story.
I mean, I'm forced to believe everything you say.
Well, yeah, because you don't know where I live.
I mean, I do, but like...
You do.
I love you.
I know you do. It's weird. It's a weird relationship.
It's platonical,
It's a weird-
kind of.
Yeah. It's fully platonical. What are you talking about? Anyway, do you have any crazy stories you'd like to share?
There's
Anything of that caliber?
well, not really a cow showing up, but okay, so you know how I am Chinese, British, Scottish, and Spanish and Canadian?
Yes.
Well, people don't like to, I have a mixture of friends who will look at me and they're like, yeah, you're Asian, we can tell by your eyes. And then my other friends are like, no, you're not Asian at all. So I'll have a mixture of friends arguing with each other sometimes that I'm Asian, and then I'm white, and then I get called black sometimes, I guess.
Okay.
Has anyone ever tried to guess your race before?
No, I mean, I'm the palest of the pale. They can tell I'm white.
I had a really weird encounter with, I'm pretty sure this lady was on alcohol or some kind of drug.
Lovely.
Can I tell the story?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I was going to school. I was late. Because I woke up late, watched some Top Chef Canada, and I'm late. Well, better go to school.
Lovely.
So, I was going to school, and I was at city center and stuff. And I was waiting for my bus, and I was standing outside, and there was some lady. She looked at me, and she kept looking at a bunch of the other people, and she kept getting real close to us and just looking up and down at us, and I could smell the alcohol on her.
Lovely.
And I don't know why, but the way she looked and the way she looked up and down at us, all I could think of were the Wendigos from Until Dawn. So I'm just I just met a human Wendigo.
Amazing. Also, exciting news, guys, for those of you who watch our Sim series. I am currently, while we're recording this, downloading, it's downloading and installing City Living,
Woo!
which is the newest expansion pack. So do we want to kind of plan what's in store for Nerdz and AO with this new information?
Nerdz can finally go meet a guy and then bro him.
Yeah. Bro him. Well, no, he can only... I realized this by rewatching our first video because I was watching it with someone. He can only bro hug other bros. So he can only bro hug people who have the bro trait.
Well, he can go woo some other bros. Hey.
But also, I'm very excited. We can send them to Comic-Con. They can live our dreams, Devvie.
I mean, I've been to a Comic-Con in my city.
I've never been to a convention in my life, and I want to so bad.
I actually have a convention story.
My cousin, for a while, dated a guy who drew for comics. So they had to go to conventions a lot. But they never took me. But he did draw me a picture because she told him that I was really into My Little Pony. So he drew me a picture of the DC superheroes as ponies, and I was very happy.
Well, when you ever come to Homeland, I'll take you to some conventions.
Yay. One thing I don't like about America is that it's so big, so it's expensive to travel to places.
Yeah.
That, and also, conventions don't happen in my state. And if they do, they're in the city, which I live in the middle of backwoods nowhere. So, in the city, it's a good couple-hour drive, which isn't so bad, except my mother... Because, my mom had me when she was, 40. So... And, she can't see to drive at night, and she can't do traffic. She has bad driving anxiety, and so do I. So I don't have my license. I don't have my permit or my license or anything because I am terrified of cars. It I will have anxiety attacks in the passenger seat. Don't try and put me behind a wheel.
Aww.
But also, another reason, like, I think that I could eventually get over the anxiety, but I mentioned this a little bit in my in the last podcast, my Hashimoto's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a big part of that is extreme exhaustion at random times, which, lucky me, I haven't had a spell in 3 weeks, which is great for me. I've probably just jinxed it. But I am so terrified of being on the road.
And getting one?
Yeah, and having one and having to pull over and then, you know, like, because it's dangerous to pull over at any time of day, especially at night, and just have to sleep on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and also I don't want to get stuck somewhere sick, not have my medicine with me, and not be able to get in touch with anyone.
Yeah.
Because, like, you've never heard me when I'm having a spell. But, I sound, like, I've been told that, because I don't really remember much when I have spells, but I've been told that I sound like I'm drunk. And, like, I can't keep my thoughts straight. It's like I'll be talking about one thing, and then halfway through the sentence, I'll be like, what was I saying? And, like, I scared my friend Kaylin. Most of you guys from my channel probably know her from my Magical Diary series, or the final episode of Long Live the Queen. But she I had a class with her this year, and like she didn't think that my spells were really bad. She didn't think they were as bad as I told her they were, until I actually had one at school. And like I had texted my mother during our study hall period.
Mm-hmm.
But she wasn't able to come get me until the next period, so that was the period that I had with her, and I came up, and she, like, looked at me, she's like, oh my god, you're really pale, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not okay. Like, and she said, like, the next day, she texted me, she's like, are you okay? Like, you were dying, like, actually dying yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, but I'm not coming to school. She's like, good. Don't. You don't need to be at school when you're that sick. But yeah. But I am so terrified of, like, being on the road somewhere and just that happening. So, what are some interesting stories from your week?
This week?
Or 2 weeks. Yeah, what's happened?
Well, nothing really has exciting to me this week. I watched Top Chef. I'm kind of upset at who won.
Who won?
I was watching season 2 for Top Chef Canada. Spoiler alert, Jonathan doesn't win, and I'm so angry. Oh, I'm so upset. So angry.
Poor thing.
Today's Black Friday. I went.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I went out to the mall. Wasn't that bad. My friends went and did like PlayStation VR.
Ooh, I've heard about that. I've never tried VR, but I imagine it would make me motion sick.
Yeah, it does. Like, I tried the HTC Vive. I got a little motion sick, so I'm not a big fan of VR, so I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. I probably would get really excited and try it out and then take it off and realize exactly how sick I am.
Like, the lady there was super nice. Like, she's like, oh, like, do you want to try it? I'm like, no, I've tried VR. It's not my thing. And she's like, you know what? That's totally fine. Like, everyone has, like, their own opinions. And I was like, yeah. Thank you. Because normally people who work those stations, they're like, are you sure? And I'm just like, I'm sure.
I know what you mean. Because they try too hard to sell it.
I appreciate... Okay, so I told you this earlier, but the people who don't know, I purchased a My Little Pony Dr. Hooves and Derpy poster.
Yeah.
It's huge. Like, I will post it on my wall, and I don't have room for it, so I'm gonna have to take something down.
Lovely.
I'm gonna take... I don't know what to take down in my room. I have too many posters.
The only thing I have added in the room that I'm in now, because, like, it's pretty much the same room as when I was 6.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, because, like, my dad, I don't know what his deal is, but he just does not want me to grow up.
Uh-huh.
So the room is pretty much exactly the same as it was when I was 6. So, like, I've got 4... You know those posters that you can pull out of magazines?
Oh, yeah.
I've got 4 of those. They're Taylor Swift posters on one wall. I've got a Hannah Montana jewelry box.
Uh-huh.
My walls are like this really hideous pink color.
Uh-huh.
And then the furniture is white.
Yes.
I've got a... This is kind of somewhat new. I got these when I was 8. A metal Auburn University, which is a football team, because I don't think you would know who they are.
I wouldn't.
It's I don't even like football. Okay, it's just whenever anybody asked me, I would say Auburn because they were the underdog, and everyone in my family was an Alabama fan, so I would just do it to make them mad. It's on my dad's side of the family. They're Ohio State because they're all from Ohio. But I have like 2 pieces of Auburn merch, and then then something that I got when I was like, I want to say 12, like 2 horse paintings. And then from my last year at riding camp, my dad got a really good picture of me, like right before I got on the horse. No, this is my first year at riding camp because that's Rowdy, that's not Buck. But there's like a picture of me standing next to the horse, and I was like waiting on my turn to show off what I had learned. And I was trying to keep him from eating the grass because he had the bit in his mouth. And he had like turned his head to try and get around me. And when my dad snapped a picture, it looked like the horse was hugging me.
Mm-hmm.
So, he had it like blown up and then put on a canvas and put it in my room. And there's a funny story behind that. He had got that for me for my birthday, like a year later. He had it's when he had done the canvas, and I had come back, and it was like I was so tired. I didn't even remember, because like that was before 7th grade, and that's when I started having the spells.
Mm-hmm.
So like I came in, and it was like 6 o'clock in the afternoon when I got here. And I was so tired, I just went to bed. So I come up to my room, and I go to bed. And I slept through the whole night, got up, stared at, like I woke up and I like stared at that wall for like 20 minutes before getting up to go get breakfast. And he asked if I had noticed anything, and he told me to go look at the wall again, and I went up there, and then I saw it.
Way to go.
I'm a great person. Oh, have you ever heard of those Elf on the Shelf things?
No.
Oh, well. Great, that ruins my story.
Tell it anyways, dear.
So, an Elf on the Shelf is like it's like one of Santa's elves.
Mm-hmm.
And, you get it, and it comes with a book, and you name the elf, and then it moves around. So, like, every day it's like a game of hide and seek. Anyway, I got one when I was in, like, 2nd grade. Because, my aunt and uncle always did this for me and my sister. They got us a thing called the 12 Days of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Where it started out, just like 12 little gifts that we could open in the days leading up to Christmas. We would open the last one on Christmas Eve. So we had like, it'd be like little things, like socks, erasers, stuff like that. Stamps one time, every now and then a movie. But anyway, so I got an Elf on the Shelf one year. And that was the coolest thing ever. Anyway, we named him Fred. Because literally everything that we have is named Fred. Okay, we had a jack-o'-lantern named Fred. And I don't mean like we carved a pumpkin and named it Fred. I mean like we had like a decoration thing that's like a motion sensor. When you walk by, it goes, ha ha ha, happy Halloween! And we named it Fred. We have a skeleton named Fred. We have a scarecrow named Fred. we have a turkey named Fred.
That's okay.
Actually, I don't think we have Fred the turkey anymore because like it was like an animatronic thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure his face melted.
Wow!
Because it was like a rubber coating. And I'm pretty sure that like the last time we had put him away in storage, we'd like stored him wrong, so it got really hot and his face melted. So like we pulled it out and like his what's the red thing on the neck of the turkey called? A waddle, I think. Whatever that thing was, it was like melted and dripped halfway down his chest, and his eyes were like, it was pretty gruesome now that I think about it. We don't have him anymore. And then we had a dancing snowman named Fred. But yeah, everything is named Fred. So, but anyway, Fred returns every year on Thanksgiving. So he came yesterday.
Okay.
And I posted a picture of him this morning because I didn't see him until this morning. But I'm pretty sure he probably showed up last night.
Sent you a message.
I saw. And that brings us to our next topic. Devlin just told me that Fran Bow is $6 on Steam, which is coming up to, like I said, our next topic. Let's discuss some games to play.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because we have, we've already decided that we're gonna get, Fran Bow, because I love that game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I like it.
Mm-hmm. And then Sally Face, which is something that I know a little bit about, but Devlin knows nothing about. But basically, the reason I wanted to play it is because it's fairly similar to Fran Bow. And like Fran Bow, it's done in episodic things. But it's the other episodes aren't out yet.
Okay.
It's just the one episode. So I don't know how we're gonna end up doing that, but I would like to play that game. Anyway, I have a couple of games on my wish list that I want to talk to you and tell you about. So there's Spore. Would you like to play Spore on our channel? Because I assume you know what Spore is.
Yes, I know what Spore is.
Good. So
I'd be down
want to play Spore?
to play Spore.
Okay. Great, so expect that soon. And then Meadow, I don't remember what this is. What is it? Oh, ooh, this might be something that we should both get. So do you know what Shelter is?
What do you mean?
It's a game, it's called Shelter.
No.
Okay. So the first Shelter game was about a mother badger. Anyway, you play as a mother badger and you just go through all these, natural disasters. Like you got to guide your baby badgers through predators and through famine and guide them across a flooding river during a storm, a wildfire, and then finally try and guide what's left of your babies, because guarantee some of them are gonna die pretty much. Try and guide them through a field where a hawk is circling. And then at the end of the field, I've never seen anybody avoid this. I don't think there's any way to avoid this. The mother gets killed.
Oh.
And then whatever babies are left on their own. And it's supposed to be like a powerful message for wildlife. Anyway, there was a series of 2 games, I want to say. There's Shelter 2, where you play as a mother lynx, where it's basically the same thing in the game, but it was more of an open world. And because in the first game, you guided your babies through stages in areas. This, you have like just the one open world, but then you guide them through seasons and they grow and you have to teach them how to hunt and stuff, but you do have to protect them, obviously.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of a story. And then, spoilers, by the way. I probably should have said that. Then there was another game. I don't think it was called Shelter anything. I think it was called Pause, where basically you play as the Mother Lynx when she was a baby.
Aww.
The same river that you had the badgers cross over, her family was crossing over that, and she fell in the water, and she got separated. Anyway, basically it's like her journey back home. Anyway, she makes friends with a bear, and you lose the bear, you don't lose the bear cub, but the bear helps you find your mom, but then your mom makes you leave the bear behind. Anyway, you can try and run back to the bear to find him, but your mom will come back and pick you up and carry you away, and eventually you just have to follow her.
Oh, hey.
And it's really sad. But anyway, so Meadow is a MMORPG based on these games.
Yeah.
So would you be interested in maybe playing this?
Hey, sure, hey. How good does your computer run?
Fairly good. I have a gaming computer.
Do you think it can run MC Story Mode?
Yes. I wanted to play that on my channel, but yeah, I'd be down to play that on a...
Because it's on
the
sale
gaming
for
channel.
$13, and they released the first episode for free for a limited time.
Ooh.
And I'm
I don't have
downloading
any
it
money
right
on
now.
my Steam account, though.
You
I don't
don't.
have any money on my Steam account.
I'm downloading the free episode just to see if my computer can run it. Because I love this game. I know what happens the entire way through. I still love it. I cry. This game made me cry.
Well, if the first episode is free, then let me go ahead and down that then.
Yeah,
Download that.
let's play the first episode for this channel, and we'll see what happens.
That sounds great. And if you guys enjoy it, then we'll during the Christmas sale.
Yeah.
Because I'm asking everybody just for Steam cards because I have 2 channels to shop for now.
Sorry.
It's fine. But I'm just asking everybody for Steam cards, which I normally do anyway. But on Christmas, they have a Christmas sale, so I will, we'll be getting most of these games then.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all on my, Ooh, another game that I want to add. Have you ever heard of King's Quest?
Sounds very familiar.
I want to look it up on Steam while you have it open because I really want to play this game. I really want to share this game with you, but if you don't want to play it, I will definitely be playing it on my channel once I finish some series. I don't know which, but if we do it for CNG, we could play it now before the final episode comes out.
Okay.
So look it up real quick. It's called
Yeah,
King's
I'm looking
Quest.
at it. I don't know what it is about.
I know a lot about this game.
You can play it. And I can...
Yeah, we'll play it on my computer, but I don't know how you would hear it, though. We'll have to work out some stuff so you can be able to hear it, but...
Don't worry, one day, together, we shall be in a room.
One day.
One day when we're in a room together, we'll find something out. The day we're in a room together is the day the world dies.
Probably.
It's like, oh, they finally met. Well, guess they all gotta die.
Yep. So, how do you get just the... Because I don't want to buy the whole pack. I just want episode
It
1.
literally says buy demo. Well, not buy demo, but download demo.
Okay.
The demo is the
Is
first
it-
episode.
Okay, good.
While you're doing that, hey, I'm gonna talk about something very important.
Okay.
Okay, so some of you might know, I don't know if I've ever said this, I am afraid of zombies. Okay? I love The Walking
Okay, that's
Dead.
very-
So, Abby,
Mhm.
what would you do in a zombie apocalypse?
Probably die.
No, okay, so it's the first day, you haven't turned yet or been bitten. What are you doing?
Well, actually, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I actually took a zombie survival course.
They do that in America. I know that they do that.
No, it was... So, do you remember me telling you I was in my school's gifted program?
Yes.
Well, one year, one of the classes was wilderness survival.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically, how to survive in an apocalyptic situation, like if we're, like, say the grid were to go down or something. You know, then it'd be like How to Survive. But to make it more appealing to kids, they called it a zombie survival experience. Anyway, so the local university, because we do have a university near where I live, they sponsored it, but they did a survival training course, and it also, to make it appealing to kids, it was a zombie survival training course. So, if I can find it... No, actually, I can't post pictures of it because I don't... Okay, there's like a picture on the internet on my personal Facebook page. You can go look at it. But I can't show it because there's people in the picture who I don't think would appreciate... Like, I don't know if they
You can
want
blur out their
faces on the
faces.
YouTube channel. No, I'm not in the picture. The picture is of them.
Oh, okay.
So it would be kind of defeating the purpose. But anyway, we went to Jack's, which, if I don't think you know, is a fast food restaurant in America. So we finished that, and we had camo paint on our faces, and we're just in Jack's eating lunch. It was great. So I can't find where I can just get the demo. Because all I'm seeing is the pack.
On the side, it says download demo.
What side? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. Found it. So we could add this to our queue of things to record tonight. Because my break is over. I will be going back to school on Monday.
Yeah.
And I would say we could record this stuff tomorrow, but as I said, my dad's side of the family is really, like, they're all Ohio State Buckeyes fans. Anyway,
there's a game tomorrow?
Tomorrow is their game against the rival school, Michigan State. So guess who all is coming over?
Them.
Guess who all is going to be screaming every 5 seconds?
Them.
And guess who's going to be locked in her room with her ukulele?
You.
Yes. Very much, yes.
So,
we get
hey.
pizza, so that's great.
Let's play a game.
Ooh, what kind of game?
I don't, you know what Mary F. Kill is, right?
Yes.
Yay, let's play that. Oh, look, I already have names written down.
Oh, no. Before we do that real quick, can I just say something before I forget about it?
Sure.
We both have commissions open, guys.
Please, buy something from me. I'm so lonely.
I don't know why you're selling commissions, just because you want to, or are you saving for Christmas? Because I'm doing it because I need money for Christmas. I need some extra spending money, because...
I have no spending money for Christmas, and I feel bad. Because it's like, I want to buy my family things.
Me too. Like, I normally just, like, go bare bones with people, but my brother got married, and he has stepkids now, and they're, like, the only 2 children that I can stand, and they're kind of adorable, and I want to buy them things.
Okay.
Because, you know, that's... I don't like kids, but I like them. So what are... while we play that game, what are some other games that we would be interested in playing? Like, you don't have to know them by name, but, like, what kind of themed games are we? Like, do we want to play visual novels? Do we want to play action games?
Oh, we can play visual novels.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will be looking through these.
Okay.
And try and see which ones look interesting while we play
Mary F. Kill.
Yes.
Okay, so whoa.
Wait, why don't we do like what's the
What's the?
When we do like I'm trying to think of like the clean version of the game, I guess is the word.
Oh, do we? I never knew.
The Instagram. It's like an Instagram version. Stalk, or like double tap, stalk, and block. Like.
That's not
What
fun.
picture? Fine, we'll do.
Okay, we'll call it.
We'll call it, but because we're intellectuals,
We'll call it hug.
we'll call it
Marry, hug, kill.
bed, wed, and behead.
I'm just gonna call it. Okay, fine, whatever. Bed.
No, we'll do hug.
Okay.
Marry, kill.
Okay, so marry, hug,
Kiss, marry, kill.
Okay, huh? Kiss.
Kiss, marry, kill.
Okay, kiss, marry, kill.
Is what we did in elementary school.
We didn't play this
my
in
town.
elementary school.
Well, you're stupid.
Okay, so the three names I wrote down. Oh, what a coincidence! There's Willow, Devlin, and Kira.
Of course. Ooh, because you're here, they'll be watching this.
Yeah.
Is it too late to go back to hug?
Yeah, it's called hug.
Okay, so hug you,
Aww.
marry Willow, kill Kira.
Of course. I was like, she's either gonna hug or she's either gonna marry me, because I know you're not gonna kill me because you don't want to do any of the other things to Kira.
Yeah. Kira, fight me, mate. Oh, right, you can't. You're too wuss. Ah!
He's gonna watch this and he's gonna private message me like, oh, she's so horrible. I'm a fighter. Does that?
Oh, yeah, because he's too wuss to actually message me that.
Oh, okay, and I've also prepared something else, because in case of a scenario in which you chose not to marry me, who would you rather marry, Devlin or Kira?
Ugh. Kira, because then it could be a reality show.
Would you rather marry
I would marry Kira because I'm straight.
But I love you.
I love you too, platonically. Okay, so I found a game called Forgotten Not Lost, a kinetic novel. It's an old farmer lives with his wife. However, he hasn't been quite himself lately. His mind wanders off. He forgets his daily routine. He often brings up things from the past. Forgotten Not Lost comes from the creators of A More Beautiful World and is a kinetic novel that tackles the theme of dementia and is a... Where's the longer description? Dementia and Alzheimer's, deals with situations of when those diseases have claimed the memory of a loved one. Set in a medieval world, take the role of a farmer. The author of the story, Darren Quagg, based off an actual experience caring for someone with dementia. Afterthought Studios, in concert with our motto of touching hearts through words, created a short kinetic novel. What do you think?
Sounds nice.
Okay. I'm gonna add it to my wish list. Just so we can, look back at it. So, okay, I guess I should pick one for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, hug, marry, kill out of me, your Lily, and Logan.
Oh, this is gonna be really mean. Okay. So, okay, hold on. MC Story Mode just opened up. Okay, so okay. I'm sorry, Logan. Okay, marry you.
Of course.
F Lily. Kill Logan. Logan, I'm sorry. It had to be done. But Lily's so cute. And it's a hug. It's a gentle hug while she's in a maid outfit, and and we're watching anime. She owns the maid outfit. I'm gonna, she.
That's terrifying.
Hold on. I'll send you a picture. So Minecraft story mode just popped up on the screen for me.
Lovely.
There's nothing but a black darkness. Curl. Delete. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, Control C. That doesn't work. Control X. Control. I am pressing all the buttons. Nothing's working.
For you.
Just a black abyss. Can't see my podcast
Like my
topics.
So I have another topic.
Yeah.
I had another weird dream.
Oh god.
So, and I realize this now.
Oh.
This is a dream. Okay, I'll tell that part later. So the dream that I had was I was in some house, and I don't know what this house is, but it's a very familiar house. I'm not uncomfortable there. It's kind of like when you move away, when you grow up and you leave home and then you go away for a couple years, go to college or whatever, and then you come home for the first time and you go to your childhood home and to your old bedroom, it's like you've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess maybe visiting the house that you grew up in after you move out of it. Say you grow up in a house and then you move to a different house and then years later you're grown up and you visit the first house. It's you barely remember it, but you just feel so comfortable there because you know it, it's home. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm in this house, it's that feeling, and then there's a cabinet. Hi guys, sorry about that. The internet cut out for Devlin. So I don't know how much of that last story you heard. Where did it stop? What's the last thing you remember?
I forget.
Okay. So, do you remember me telling you about a feeling of coming home? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Did I tell you about crawling through the cabinet?
No.
Okay. So I'm in this house and I'm walking around and I open this cabinet and I crawl into it. And I don't know why, but then I get into the cabinet and I'm in this other world. It's almost like a Alice in Wonderland type thing. And I'm walking around and there's all these people there and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're back." And they're hugging me and they're asking me how I've been, and I can kind of remember them, but I know who they are in a sense, but I can't remember their names. It's like imagine seeing your childhood best friend for the first time in years. And they're hugging you and they're asking you how you are. And you're so excited to see them again, but you can't remember their name. And I'm just seeing all these people and I'm remembering them. And then I wake up and then I remember I remember this after waking up, I used to have a recurring dream when I was little of going into this house and finding a cabinet that led to another world. And I haven't had this dream in years. I haven't had this dream since I was 7 years old. And then I'm coming back and I can tell the people that I knew had aged and they've aged because they were my age when I had seen them last, and they're still my age now. They're teenagers now, and they're "Oh my god, we haven't seen you in years. We haven't seen you since we were 7. How are you?" And I didn't remember having these dreams until I woke up. But anyway, we were just going through and they were just showing me around, telling me what had changed, and it was so weird. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Kinda.
I had a lot of weird. I was a weird kid. Okay, so I have an aunt who's not related to me by blood, but she's a medium. If you don't know, it's someone who talks to spirits.
I know.
Okay, I know. I was just saying that for the viewers who might not know. Anyway, and she thinks that I might have some medium abilities. Cause like I can sense if there's something there. Like me and my mom were just like driving down the road one day, and she wanted to take a shortcut, so we were going down this back road, and I was like, turn around, and she's like, what? Why? I said, just turn around. She did, but like I was like, when we got back to the highway, I was like gripping, like I couldn't let go of the door handle to the car, but like I was like really pale and like my knuckles were white from holding onto the door. But I just remembered, like, we got up to this train track, and I was like, nope, turn around. Turn the heck around. Turn the heckity heck around. But, my mom's dad, died about 12 years before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And, I used to talk to his picture frame. Because, like, there was a picture of him, in the living room, and I would sit there and talk to him. They're like, oh, that's cute. But then I would ask my mom about stuff that I would not know about.
Uh-huh.
Or, like, I would start using his catchphrases that no one else in the family ever used. It's like, it's weird, but, like, I wonder, I need to ask that aunt about that, because I haven't had these dreams in years. I wonder if maybe, I don't know, because, like, I've heard about, like, lucid dreams and stuff, and, like, where people can, like, visit other dimensions through their dreams. I wonder if maybe it's something like that. Or maybe, like, if I'm visiting, like, past lives or something. I don't know. I don't know if you believe in that kind of stuff or not, but I do.
Well, love,
Yeah.
how long have we been recording?
About 40 minutes, I'd say.
Okay, well,
Do you want to...
could we cut...
You want to cut this podcast short?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, there's links in the descriptions to our commission stuff. Leave us topics to talk about. Ask us questions. Anything to add, Dev?
Ship Nevlin.
No.
One day.
There'll be sprites of us up on screen now that you can click on to, like, either click on me to subscribe to my channel, Devin to subscribe to her channel, or the CNG logo to subscribe to both of us. And, yeah. Bye!
Be creative!
Oh, yeah. And remember, be creative. Bye! I forgot our outro.
You never remember the outro.
Shut up. Howdy, hey, y'all. That's your cue.
You're not screen sharing.
I wasn't going to.
Oh, we're recording the podcast!
You're stupid.
I was editing the video and my mind's like, what is she doing?
You're stupid.